Have you ever wondered what makes people create success over their life? Are you curious why some people make progress every day, every week, every month, and others cannot even start some projects in their lives? Hello and welcome again, William Meller here, and today we're going to talk about consistency. Consistency is probably the key to make progress over time, because in the beginning, when we are going to start some project, start some new initiative, or even start a new habit in our lives, we have this high moment of motivation and high energy, and we want to make things happen. But then suddenly, over the time, we start to change our minds and things get hard. And this is the moment where we are challenge ourselves just to keep going. A good example is going to the gym or doing any type of exercise every day. In the beginning, we have all this motivation. We want to change all the habits. We want to eat healthily. We want to do all the exercise plan that we are organizing ourselves to do. And the first couple of days, it's like that. We do everything. It's incredible. But then over time, laziness and even the routine of our lives came. And this is the moment where it's going to be hard to keep going, keep doing what we want to do. If we were not consistent over the time, it's impossible to really get something done. Because we make some very small progress in the beginning, but then we stop. Or sometimes we don't stop, but we don't make it every day or every week as we should. And I believe that any effort, anything, any aspect of our life need consistency. And I have 3 good examples why it is impossible. First, because people are not going to trust in ourselves. They're not going to rely that we are going to achieve something. And if you are thinking about your career, this is a problem. Maybe your boss, your colleagues don't believe that you can make something done at work because you are not consistent. You start with a lot of energy, but then you stop. And people are not going to rely on a person like that. The second reason, say that it is impossible to learn something, to get some knowledge or develop ourselves if you're not consistent trying to understand or learn about that every day or every single week. It's like learning a new language. You cannot learn a new language just studying over 1 or 2 days a week. You need to study in a consistent way over the time, for a long period of time, to make some progress. And the third reason is because I'm concerned about your personal brand. Maybe you're not, but this is important. The way that you show yourself to the world is really important. And if you are not consistent with your message on who you are creating a lot of gaps that make people think that, okay, this guy is very engaged, but then, okay, maybe he's not so engaged. I don't know what I was thinking about. And this is not nice. This is not good. People should see you the same person over the time, just with some small changes. That is the progress that you make over the time that make you change your mindset, but not a different person every single week. And the best way to be consistent is create some habits. But this is hard because when you were a kid, your parents were saying to you every single day that you should brush your teeth. So over the time, you create a habit that every morning you should do that. This is now a habit to you. You don't need to have a board or something in your house saying to you, okay, now I need to do that, or a reminder in your cell phone that you need to do that. It's a habit to you, right? But to other things, you need something to motivate yourself or to create some kind of game to yourself that you should achieve something every single day. And today I don't want to be just saying what I do, I also would like to show you. Because I create this concept of the consistency board, where every day I go to my Notion page and I mark things that I completed that are important to me over the time to do every day. A good example is reading books, or maybe writing my articles are also part of my weekly routine. And I divided that in a way that I know that every day I should accomplish something. Every week I should accomplish another set of things, and every month another set of things. Doing that, I have a daily routine, a weekly routine, and a monthly routine that actually are easy because are part of my life. I can just grab my smartphone and say, okay, what I need to do today, I did this, this, and this, and okay, I'm done. I can go to the next activity. course, that everything that are part of my routine are also part of my projects and my goals that I have to my year or to my next couple of years, but this is a topic to another video. How do I organize my projects and my goals in a way that are connected with my daily routine or any other routine that I have in my life? So let's go to my Notion page and I'm going to show you this daily, weekly and monthly routine right now. Okay, what you see right now is my Notion dashboard with my second brain organization. Everything that I have organized in my digital life is here. I also have some connections with Evernote because every single magazine or book that I read digitally are connected there, so I can just do some research and I will find any information, any article, any magazine. It's going to be easy. But this is also a topic to another video because this connection between Notion, Evernote, Readwise and everything, I know that it's interesting to everyone and I need to put some more time to ensure that you understand how the things are connected. By the way, it's a good moment to mention that this dashboard is based in a template that I got from Ali Yonessi on YouTube. I'm going to paste the link in the description so you can find also how to organize this template to you. And I did some adaptations because, you know, there are some things that are important to me that are not important to other people. So I created this in a good way, organize it to my way of work, into my routine. I mentioned to you that I have the daily routine, the weekly routine and the monthly routine. And basically this is just like a board. It can be done even in paper if you want, in any other software if you want, in any smartphone app that you can mark things that are completed. It's pretty much easy. I'm going to open right now the daily routine and you're going to understand what I mean. So the daily routine is basically a board. Things that I should do every day and that I mark if I did or not. It's pretty much a simple activity that I can do using my smartphone, or if I'm in the computer I can just click and say, okay, I did it. And I try to be consistent over the time. Unfortunately, as you can see, sometimes I fail. And this is part of the game. And talking about the game, this is interesting because this way I create a personal gamification to see things that I'm completing over the time or not, things that I'm completing for a couple of days in a row, and this is nice. This is a good way to organize my life. So this is my daily routine. I can teach you how to do this table, but it's pretty much a table in Notion. If you would like to know how to organize this table, how to do everything exactly how I'm doing here in my Notion page, please let me know. So I will understand that based on your comments or based on your feedback, this is an important content. I can create something more detailed on how to do that step by step, okay? I will wait for you. After the daily routine, as I mentioned, I also have the weekly routine. And as you can see, these things are connected. So this is something that I should do every day. And every day I do a check if I completed the things that are marked from that day, also from the weekly routine. Because in the weekly routine, I have something set to every single day that are important. For example, every Monday, I post a new article at my website. Every Wednesday, a new book notes with lessons that I learned from a book. And every Friday, the weekly post where I suggest some readings to you. This is an example of things that are not part of my daily routine, but my weekly routine, because I repeat that every single week over the time. And after checking the weekly routine, I also have the monthly routine. As you can see, the monthly routine is organized by weeks, because normally in the week 1 or the first week of the month, I need to organize my finance things, pay the bills and everything. So this is a routine that I should repeat every single month. And this is why it's part of the monthly routine, not the weekly or the daily one. Easy, right? After everything is set and organized, it is like a game. You just need to say to yourself, I did it, I completed, I'm doing that for 100 days in a row. This is already a habit in my life. So this is fantastic. This is a very nice way to organize your life and make sure that you are doing what is important to you. And just in conclusion, there are 4 reasons that I think that this consistency board is helping my life, my way of dealing with things over time. The first reason is visual accountability. Every day, every week, every month. I can visualize what is happening in my life and what areas I should try to put more energy or more focus because I'm failing. The second reason is motivation. It's incredible to have this feeling that I'm completing things in a row for a while. I'm going to the gym for 30 days in a row. This is fantastic. It creates some motivation to your life. It creates a sense of happiness. That is incredible. It's impossible to describe how it's good to see in the end of the day that your day is done. You are done with everything that you planned for that day. The third reason is adaptation. Over the year, I can see something that is not working in my routine or something that is not good to myself, and I can change. I don't need to do something just because I put in the consistency board. I can change things over the time, and this is really nice. And finally, another reason is celebrate success. Again, it's amazing to end the day with this feeling that the day was completed, or finish the week with this feeling that everything was done this week. I'm good to go over the weekend and just enjoy the time with my family. Thanks for watching another video here. I mentioned that YouTube is like a market and my videos, my channel is like a product into this big market. Every time that you like a video, you are saying to YouTube that my videos are good, and YouTube should show these products, my videos, to other persons. So please, if you like the video, if you think that it was good for you, click on like here and subscribe to the channel if you are not. And if you have any questions, something that you think I should go in a deep level of details, please bring a comment and I'm going to organize more content around that. Okay? Thanks for watching. See you around.